أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم الحمد لله القاهر إن أول بيت وضع للناس للذي ببكة مباركة وهدى للعالمين فيه آيات بينات مقام إبراهيم ومن دخله كان آمنا ولله على الناس حج البيت من استطاع إليه سبيل ومن كفر فإن الله غني عن العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الكريم نبينا وسيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد. Brothers and sisters, I'm here to talk about one of the pillars that we all love, and that specifically is the last pillar of Islam, which is Hajj. A lot of millions of Muslims in the world, they want to go and perform Hajj. But after the COVID-19 period, we that are living in the US, not only United States, people from United States of America, from Canada, from New Zealand, from Europe, we've been given another different or additional conditions by the Saudi government in order for us to perform Hajj. And that's exactly what we are talking about just within the next coming, let me say 10 minutes. There are ways that we take before the COVID to travel to Hajj. And the best known one was to connect with the Hajj agents in the United States then. You go to them, you talk to them one-on-one, or you get the virus. People that have traveled with them and have seen how they take care of people over there. But now this has changed. The new law has almost denied especially we people that came from the continent over there. I want to mention one of the ways that people are following now to go to Hajj. I will start with the two ones that I know that I'm not going to advise people to do it. It is very easy now to go for Umrah, especially for American citizens. You can easily go on the internet by yourself without having any deals with any agents whatsoever. You can go on the internet, you can process your visa, the Umrah visa or tourist visa by yourself. You don't need anybody to do that. But some people, this has been happening for the past, past 2 years ago. Some people will say, okay, I have the Umrah visa, the one I told you can do by yourself on the internet, or I have the tourist visa and I want to use that to go to Hajj. You can easily go to Saudi Arabia. But the deal is this: when you land in the kingdom, you can land through Jeddah, you can land through Medina, or this is the capital of Saudi Arabia. But when the authority, the customs, when they are going to, process you, they will process you as somebody that came in for tourism or for Umrah. And the Saudi government, they have some other rules that guide whoever comes for Hajj. So now they place a very big fine on whoever that they caught using the tourism visa or the Umrah visa to perform Hajj. That individual could be jailed. That individual could be banned from coming to Saudi Arabia. That individual could be deported. So they have all these laws. So some people, they will tell you that, you know what, you can use your tourist visa to perform Hajj. It is very, very dangerous to do that because of those punishments that I mentioned earlier. Now, the authentic way to do it, if you want to use your American passport, is to go through the internet on what we call nusuk. I mean N-U-S-U-K. If you type in nusuk, N-U-S-U-K, you will start to process the Hajj, whatever, by yourself through that nusuk. And it will take you to almost 10 steps. But the experience in the past 2 years is this, which are the advantage is that you can do it by yourself. The advantage is that you are not passing through any agent. The advantage is that nobody's going to take one dime from your dollars that you acquire by yourself. But the disadvantages are these. Number one, there is no guarantee that the system will process you. But the system will keep on, telling you to do this, do that, till the tail of the Hajj time. Which means that if you get stuck, you don't have any alternatives. You have to wait for the following year. And the second disadvantage is that you don't know whoever is going to take care of you, even at the airport here, not to talk about when you get over there. You have to follow the system. Whatever they tell you, if you are lucky to be taken, you'll be given a visa. Then after that, they will allocate you with any airline of their choice. So at the same time, when you get there, they will give you the hotel of their choice. So you don't have any choices on that line of the nusuk. But it is the perfect way and the secured way of doing it. Now, the last 2 years, some people came up with another idea, which I personally, I tried it last year, and then with that I can be bold to talk about it. Over there from where we came from, in Africa, precisely West Africa, then let me go back to Nigeria. Unfortunately now with the economic situation over there, the allocations, unlike here, we don't have allocation because the Saudi government now, for one reason or the other, they want the local mutawif over there in Saudi Arabia, they want them to process whoever is coming to Hajj here. So instead of the agents that are spread all over the United States, New York, Chicago, they've taken the power from them, giving it to the people in Saudi Arabia. So that is why this nusuk is made of, prepared of. But over there in West Africa, we still have the visas. Unfortunately, you can all see what is going on in the other type of situation. People don't have that money to go. So when I personally heard of it, I tested it last year myself. I have witness here in the gathering that we traveled together last year. I personally went, I studied it, and we got the visa, but under the Nigerian contingent. Understand this, under the Nigerian contingent, that means the visas are allocated to whoever carries the Nigerian passport or whoever lives in Nigeria. So I can talk about that. So after the Hajj, we sat together with the Mutawif over there. How can we do this? Because a lot of brothers called me, knowing that I do this over years. That brothers from Ghana, Gambia, Senegal, inshallah, maybe from here also, they wanted to travel. But last year, I had no way of finding out how to get this done. But alhamdulillah, this year, the system is that if anybody from any part of West Africa is interested in traveling with us, we have the way for them to get a visa, not that of nusuk. That means everything will be done by us. We will tell you this is exactly the airline we are flying with. This is the hotel you're going to be in Makkah. This is the hotel you're going to be in Medina. This is the date you are leaving. This is the date you are coming back. Because all these are under our control. Mind you, you will be subject to the system of Saudi Arabia. But the way we can get this help out is that individual has to carry another passport beside the American passport. That means you have to carry another passport from Africa, or precisely from West Africa or from Nigeria. So with that, your Mali passport, Ghana passport, Senegalese passport, then the visa will be given, the Hajj visa will be given on that passport. So that means when you are landing in Saudi Arabia, you are presenting that passport to the Saudi authority. Then that allows you to go anywhere to perform your Hajj. But when you are coming back to the United States, you will use your American passport or green card to get you back to the States. So this is how that is going to work. So I won't say much on that, but I will leave time for people. If those that are interested in going, if you have questions, instead of just talking about things that you don't need, information you don't need now, I will pause and allow people to ask questions on. But all this started after COVID, around 2020, and that's what we're still battling with. May Allah make everything easy for every one of us, inshallah. Thank you. Walaikum salam, bro. Oh, well, in Africa, fortunately or unfortunately, they even have enough. The reason for doing this is that they reduce the allocation here and other parts of, like I mentioned, those countries. Instead of giving us maybe by then, we are giving like 5,000 visas. It has been reduced to the minimum. That is the scarcity of the visas make it very, very hard to perform Hajj. But over there, it is not like that.
So they don't change it, you can still travel like the way they go in group. Because
the way you go in group, the way we go in group by then cannot be done with that most. It is on this system that I'm talking about now that we because of we are also knowing some agents there, the local one that they are using for the Americans, having been on the field for some time, we know them. So they told us there's no way they can interact with the NOS. It is a portal that the government regulates it. But in our own place, we have visas that people are not ready to use because of the monetary system problem they have. So with that, if anybody is interested, the way we did it last year, we will get that visa under that contingent. So you don't need to travel to Nigeria or ever to get the passport. We will process it and we all fly from here as we did last year, and we all come back here unless you want to go to any part of West Africa to visit your family. If you know that, you can route your ticket to do it. But in NUSUP, there's no way you can go on group because assuming 5 of you fly on NUSUP because it depends on your luck. Out of 30 people that get on that line, maybe 1 or 2 will be taken. You know, it's like when you trial. So that's the system of the music. But the only thing about it is that you are not paying anybody any money. You are paying it to the government. But last 2 years, we had some people that were calling me. We don't even find anybody to talk to. You know the Arab. You can't talk to anybody. So that's why we have these ones that I'm telling you about, which I personally tried last year. And alhamdulillah, it was successful because I have one of our brothers here that we travel together, and we know it is not 100% 100% not, it's guaranteed, but it's not 100% luxurious like when you go with the Americans. Americans, they give you special recognition when you get there. But with this one, you could be treated as, but they know that you have and thank God we are blessed to hold the dual citizenship. So that makes it very easy for us to travel and come back with it successfully. So if you don't care that when we get there, you can see other African brothers, mingle with them, there's no trouble with it. So we classify ourselves to get the only two places we are going to be there together with our African brothers and sisters is at Mina and Arafah. Besides that, we don't have any issue with them. We're going to have our own hotel in Medina, our own hotel in Makkah. We're going to fly our own different airline, everything different from there. But when it gets to a day before Arafah, which is the 8th of Hajj, we're going to be on the same tent. And if we are blessed to have numbers that can occupy a tent, then that means all of us that travel together will be by ourselves only. And that's what the efforts we are making so that we can get that number, which will make us to be by ourselves. We all know this is my brother that will travel from Chicago, we travel from New York, we travel from wherever, and we all be together, and then we can live the American life together. So that's the only reason. Yes, I'm coming. Let me start up the about the now unfortunately our brothers over there, they make things, they delay stuff. Up till now we don't have the exact figure. Last year it was 10,800 from our own side. So what we did this year is that we told everybody to go for 11,000. If there is that $200 difference, it will be returned to them. If not, whatever will be the case, instead of waiting for the final time to start running for the money. But over there, meetings upon meetings, they have to calculate the tent, calculate the hotel, calculate this, calculate that. But this is something open. Nobody's going to cheat anybody that, but last year it was 10,800 from our side. And we placed 11,000 this year, thinking of what is going to happen. Yes, sir. Well, let me start with first. Okay. I will talk about packages. Okay.
So, for the pricing that you give, for the package you have, okay. If somebody wants us to go through the way, you want to use the nusuk?
No, we're not going to use the nusuk.
Okay, so
somebody using nusuk, okay?
Well, let's say, for instance, they don't have a double passport. They only have American passport.
If anybody has American passport cannot travel with this system of ours. Okay.
When you get somebody who doesn't have an
option.
Like, because going through you is easier.
Yeah.
Because back if you go to Hajj,
you need somebody to guide you. Yes, so. Yeah.
But if somebody is in a situation where they don't have an option,
okay.
Can they travel from here and then once they get there,
join us? I'm ready to hold anybody because it's full of reward. But the problem is that, number one, there is no assurance that we travel with the same airline. Number two, there's no assurance that we will be in the same hotel. Number three, there's no assurance that we're going to do we're going to follow the same route. Like I love starting my Hajj rides from Medina. I like landing in Medina, then moving from Medina to Makkah. That means the long distance that we're going to cover is going to be one time. Unlike whoever that stops in Jeddah. If you stop in Jeddah, you go to Medina, that's long distance. Then you have to come out from Medina to Makkah, another long distance. But if we land in Medina, we've settled that. The only thing we need to do is just to move to Medina. But the problem is that if anybody that travels knows the total control of ease of our journey is with the Saudi government. So
you cannot just have a visa and just get there.
no way.
So when you
They program everything. If you apply to Nuzuk, the only advantage is that nobody's going to take a dime from you. But everything is programmed by the Saudi government. Whatever they give you, because they have platforms. Because like last year, some were sold for 11, 12. I think even some were sold for 14,000. So you don't have any. It depends on, because by that time you are already stopped.
last year somebody I know applied until last minute.
Yes, that's the problem. There is no certainty. So that's why we came up with this one, which we tried successfully. We do so. You can apply. If you get lost, they take it. But they keep on holding on it. The same thing. That's their system. So I don't know what really happened. They are doing that for us. No, we go. We went to Hajj. Not everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Because some people, let's say, I cannot apply, they can only accept 30.
And it could be your group. Somebody may be taking from New York, you are taking from Chicago, you are taking from wherever, and you can. I'm not condemning it. It's very good, as I mentioned, but the one we are doing, we are going to be responsible for everything: the airline, the flights, and the hotels and other stuff. So the part you want to have a question, bro?
I was just asking the same question like roughly how much you gonna cost, and then you confirm that, for instance, I only need like a Senegalese passport, right?
Do you have your Senegalese passport?
Yes.
6 months at least from June, 6 months to this year, December. You have it?
Yes.
That's okay.
But then I don't need to do anything else.
We will do everything for you. That will be our own service. But you have to make up your mind because it's a long process. So which you're gonna do. So, but if you want to try luck with Nusuk also is doable, but until you are satisfied, until they take you.
But why is it hard? What makes it hard?
They control it. The Saudi government control it. And unfortunately, you know how Arabs are made. Arabs they don't take anything serious until so that's it. I'm sorry for is that somebody was commenting there? I'm an Arab man also because I say there, I love that country. I have friends there. But brother wants to ask a question. The nose. Oh, you want to try two options? Oh, this brother must be rich, very rich. Where are you originally from? Mexico. Wow. I can only ask for you. I don't have any answer for the second option for you right now. I don't know anybody from Mexico that's doing it. It depends. If the sister is close to 40 years, doesn't need it. You don't need it because she's going with a group. So the factor that it doesn't. That's not usual. Yeah. Any other questions?
One more question, sir.
Go ahead.
As a seasoned Hajj operator, sir,
Yeah.
what's the minimum age? Or what's the minimum age if you have children?
12 years.
12.
At least 12 is okay. 12 years upward.
Okay.
Is okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. You want to know about the package, right? The package covers your flight, fuel, even if you have to travel domestically, it's covered already in the package. Then your hotels, your tent, your what do you call it? Your everything is covered besides the money you're going to spend by yourself. You know, to buy your wife's jewelry and stuff like that, and then that's it. Yes, sir.
How long is the process to get approved? You have to get approved.
On that of news, you have to get approved. But the one we are doing, we inshallah will get you approved because of the visa is available. So only for us to, but as I said, we're going to be under the contingent of the Nigerian people. That's what we know. So we be on the contingent. But if we get that number that we're looking for, we can get our own tent. Those of us that travel from the US, we be together on the same tent. We move in with anybody. Don't get it. And inshallah, we'll take care of us.
So if like people from other West African countries, they can follow you.
They are very sure. They are very okay to follow.
Will it be under NACON, sir, or is it going to be under NACON?
Yeah, it's going to be under NACON. But the point is that we have that connection with the local agent in Makkah, which will take care of our anticipation. Any other question? In absence of any further questions, may Allah make it easy for everybody. And the only thing is that if anybody wishes to go, as I said, you can type on your phone baythh.com. B as in boy, A apple, Y as in Yahya, then T as in Tajidin, then Hajj, Hajj, that's our website. And then you can throw questions from there. You can learn also from there. You can ask me. My number is 1773-297-1170. 773-297-1170. 773-297-1170 or baythaj.com. We are visible there. And then please, if you call, it is nice to call, but you can leave me a text message. I'm surely get back to you, inshallah, for any questions. May Allah make this, inshallah. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا انك انت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا انك انت التواب الرحيم. اللهم ربنا تقبل صيامنا وقيامنا وركوعنا وسجودنا يا مولانا التك.
I wasn't here, so my part didn't happen yet.
So like our Imam, he's highly welcome to travel with us because we're going to take advantage of him being with us to learn a lot of stuff about Hajj, inshallah. So see, I know he has the Malian passport. I know he has that. So you don't need anything, just give us your passport and give us the checks, then we process and we go to it. Sir. The last question. What is your question? About is trying to go, right? Now let's go. It's less than 2 months now. It's less than 3 months. Yeah, Hajj is less than 3 months. We are planning to leave on the 5th or 6th of June, coming back on the 26th, inshallah. And as we mentioned, time is running, and we're not making it, inshallah. Baba, any questions? No questions? Alhamdulillah. I thank you, Brother Imam. Thank you for everyone for giving us this opportunity to.
When are we going to get you for a lecture, maybe in a football?
Inshallah, I will speak to my ustaz privately about that. Jazakumullah khair, brother. We love you.
سبحانك اللهم بعزة عما يصفون بصفة
الله جلاله الله جلاله الله جلاله. You start using that when you start wearing the Nigerian, but I'll give you a very beautiful woman from Nigeria to teach you the language.
That one, I'm still on this. That's Wahala.
You know what Allah will get?
I can handle Nigerian woman. I'm not that strong.
We teach you how to do it, brother. Thank you, brother. Jazakumullah khair. Shukran. Thank you, sir. Thank you, brother. Shukran. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.